Now let me ask you guys a question, and I know everyone's got a different opinion, but do you think it is kind of racist or stereotyping people if you say people, for instance, example, you say people in Hurricane Katrina victims, okay? You talk about Hurricane Katrina victims. This Hurricane Katrina victims didn't do this and that. And then you lead up to the idea that they're all poor and they're on welfare. Well, why don't you might as well just say they're black people instead of saying Hurricane Katrina victims or something like that. I mean, because you're obviously talking about black people, yada yada, right? I mean, you don't want to offend people, I know, probably you don't want to offend people maybe, or what, but I mean, you keep saying, you guys were talking about, Hurricane Katrina victims, but you didn't mention the people directly. Why is that? You're not trying to hide it, but you're not saying it directly, and I was just curious, why are you afraid to say black people? I mean, if you meant black people in New Orleans during the Hurricane Katrina, why didn't you just say black people instead of Hurricane Katrina victims and going on and on to describe the stereotype of the people? That seems a little racist, but maybe I'm not calling you one because I'm standing in front of a flag that people consider racist, but I'm just asking a question. Why don't you just say black people? And are you afraid to say black people because of the way the world is? I mean, I know you're not afraid to say some things because you expose all kind of things people don't like to hear. But I was just wondering, are you afraid to say black people because, you keep referencing to people as Hurricane Katrina victims, but you're not really saying what you mean, which is you mean black people. I lived in New Orleans. I lived in the French Quarter. I've been outside of the French Quarter. I know it's black people. Okay? So, are you guys afraid to say black people? You don't want to offend people by saying it? Or you just don't want to say it? I'm just curious, and I'm wondering. Because it seems like you're saying you're replacing a title with Hurricane Katrina victims, but you're not actually identifying the victims in particular. So that was just my question. Are you afraid to say black people? I don't think you are, but it seems like you were stereotyping. So hey, we're all here to help correct each other, and I think you were kind of in the wrong. You should have just said black people. Okay, but that's my opinion. All right, yada yada. Keep it up. I like to hear more, and please go over your stipulations and what you think is the proper steps we need to take in understanding Yahweh. And who is Yeshua? Who is Yahweh? Who was Yeshua? Do you accept the New Testament? I got a lot of questions for you, so I made a video. Anyway, this is just one of them about the black people, but the other one is, do you believe any of the New Testament, and how do you believe in Yeshua, and do you? You seem like almost like you don't believe in Jesus. You do, but you quote him, but you don't believe in him to a degree as, I understand what degree you believe in Jesus, that it was just a flesh body, right? And I say that word Jesus sparingly, because I know, the words are wrong, but where do you draw the line? What do you say which books in the New Testament do you accept? I know it's really one testament, and it's one covenant, but which ones do you throw out? I guess the Paul books, and do you accept any of them? And because you quote Yeshua, or Yahshua, or whatever you want to call it, Yeshua, Jesus, whatever, since you quote him, you must believe in some of the scriptures. So what do you believe in as far as that's concerned, that's my question too. Okay, why didn't you guys say black people? And what do you really believe about Jesus, Yeshua, Yeshua, or however you pronounce it? Sorry, I'm ignorant, and that's why I'm asking a question. Because I respect and understand that you have extensive knowledge and you've done a lot of your research and homework, it's almost pointless for me to, I feel almost pointless to study when I can just listen to you. But it's not, but it's just it's a chore that's fun. But I love to listen to your show, and I love to listen to what you have to say, and your input is very important to me, because I trust the scripture, but I trust what you say. I don't see you out of line on, maybe I disagree with maybe one or two little things, but I appreciate what you do, so keep it up. And I was just wondering, those two questions you don't have to answer, obviously, because it's a free country, so I just wanted to say thanks, keep it up, and I wanted to know what you thought about Jesus, and why didn't you just say black people instead of hurricane victims? Okay, that's all. Appreciate it. God bless. Shalom.